Oh man, the DCEU fans are gonna hate this video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you find me for the first time, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. You know, that thumbs up and subscribe button. If you would hit that, that would be amazing. So guys, Wonder Woman 1984. I'm not going to go into, at least I'm not going to try. This isn't an attempt to bash the movie. I will talk about some of the things I had a problem with, but what I mostly want to talk about is the Rotten Tomatoes score, because that thing keeps on dropping. This thing was in the 70s on Christmas. It went from 69 to 64 or 65 to 64 to 63 to 62. Now it's at 60. It is literally 1% away from being rotten. This is the thing. This movie is a rotten movie. I don't care if that 60 stays there. This movie is not a good movie. It is a rotten movie. And I feel that if it wasn't for, you know, certain politics and SJW-ness and woke crowds, that this movie would have been rotten. I talked to Adam the other day and I was like, dude, if Michael Bay would have done this movie would have like a 20 to 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. Guarantee you. If anyone other than Patty Jenkins directed this movie would be rotten. That's a fact. That is a fact, guys. Look, we live in an era where 2016 Ghostbusters has a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Why? Because of that woke culture. Because of that SJW Me Too culture. That's just fact. Like, I'm okay with, you know, supporting certain things, right? Like, I'm down for that. I've done it here on the channel. You guys know where I stand when it comes to those sort of things. But I don't think it should be affecting movies. I don't think it should be affecting critics' decisions on movies. The fact that this movie is sitting at a 60% Rotten Tomatoes. Now, granted, it has dropped down since it initially came out. It is 1% away from being rotten. But the thing is, if any other director, if a male director, but I normally say like Michael Bay, because Michael Bay is known for, you know, the sexiness and like he's just a sexist person, the way he directs and his explosions and stuff. But a lot of the stuff that happened in Wonder Woman 1984, not that it was sexist, it just, a lot of the stuff like with the airplane, a plane is a plane, you know, Screen Rant did a great job yesterday just doing the pitch meeting for 1984, and everything that I felt that was wrong with the movie, he acknowledged in his pitch meeting, which I thought was hilarious. You know, the whole thing about like, if Michael Bay directed a movie where Chris Pine body swapped into another guy, and Gal Gadot had sex with that guy, knowing that that guy was having sex with her unwillingly, you know, Michael Bay would get plastered all over the internet. Like, I would have done it. I'm not a Michael Bay fan. I actually really dislike Michael Bay. But if a director like a Michael Bay would have done something like that in their movie, they would have been plastered. Like, not plastered, blast. They would have been blasted. That's the word I'm looking for, blasted. They would have been blasted all over social media and the internet for being sexist, to being pigs. Like, it would be this whole thing. But since Patty Jenkins, who I love, by the way, I love Patty Jenkins, so don't get me wrong. Don't get my words twisted. Just because she does it, it's okay. Nobody says anything. This is not a good movie. This is not a good movie. It is not a fresh movie. This movie should be in the 40s somewhere. Let's be real. There is so much wrong with that movie that I could spend almost as long complaining about the movie as in the actual movie itself. It's disrespectful to fans that have waited for the sequel to this movie. It's disrespectful to Gal Gadot, Kristen Wiig, Pedro Pascal, and Chris Pine, who put a lot of effort into this movie. The script was horrible. The acting, for the most part, was kind of horrible, other than maybe Chris Pine and Kristen Wiig, and just the special effects. Like, this movie just wasn't good. And then there's literally logical things that doesn't make sense in this movie that if you would have went and read the first draft of the script, you're like, this doesn't make any sense. How can a World War pilot fly a modern day jet? It doesn't. How does that get past the first round of drafts in the script process? How does that not automatically get fixed in a rewrite? Why did they decide to go the quantum leap route and have this guy just jump into this other guy's consciousness and there's just so much wrong with this movie. And I'm just trying to throw the fact out that if someone like a Michael Bay, doesn't have to be Michael Bay, but someone like a Michael Bay, because I do give him a lot of shit for some of the dumb shit he does in movies, like, you know, showing a close-up of a chick's ass in Transformers for no apparent reason. But if someone like him would to do this movie would be doing horrible with critics. But since it's Patty Jenkins and it's Wonder Woman, they get a pass. Patty Jenkins gets a pass. I'm sorry, not for me. The movie's trash, the movie's god-awful, and it deserves to be rotten. And I am going to pay attention, and hopefully one more or two more critics can make that number go down to 59% because it should be wrong. This has nothing to do with Marvel vs. DC. This has nothing to do. This is just movies. This is just movies. Okay? And if you are a fan of this movie, don't get me wrong. You can be. I'm not telling you not to like the movie. Movies are subjective. Everybody has their own opinion on it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm telling you not to like it. And people automatically go in the comments, but Rob, I like that movie. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. Did I once tell you, hey, Michael, you can't like that movie. It is trash. I never said that. Michael, you can like whatever you want. Todd, if you like it, go ahead, Todd. John, sure, like the movie. What, Abigail? You love the movie? Well, I'm happy you love the movie. I don't give a fuck. Like the movie. I'm just telling you that for me, the movie's trash. It is not a fresh movie. And if any other director, male director, would have directed this movie, it would have been a lot more criticism coming from, especially when it comes to the whole sex and body swapping thing. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. These movements that go on in Hollywood or around the world, because it starts in Hollywood, it seems, right? Like the Me Too movement. Like, it seems like it starts in Hollywood and then it branches out to the rest of the country, right? When these movements happen, they like to pick and choose when it benefits them. That's the problem I have. That's all I want to say. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Can't wait to see what's going to happen down there. And until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Later, guys.